Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Truly evil and unthinkable. Warren police have some strong words for the person responsible for the execution-style death of this 6-year-old boy. And at a standstill, DDOT bus drivers walked off the job, citing safety concerns, leaving a lot of Detroiters with no way to get around today. And hours after President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump announced that they tested positive for the coronavirus, we're now being told the president is experiencing symptoms. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. I'm Evrod Cassidy. This stunning news from overnight that President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for the coronavirus is causing a ripple effect all across the country. White House officials are saying that the president is experiencing mild symptoms, and this development might impact not only the country's leadership, but the economy, national security, and even the election. Here's Tracy Potts with more from Washington.
President and First Lady Melania Trump are in isolation at the White House right now after announcing overnight on Twitter they tested positive for COVID-19.
They remain in good spirits. The president does have mild symptoms.
Hours earlier, he downplayed the virus in a pre-recorded message for a charity event.
I just want to say that the end of the pandemic is in sight.
Now, supporters and staff who traveled with the president are being tested. Medical experts say the president is in a high-risk group and will be monitored closely.
They're going to be very vigilant about doing that because he does have a couple of risk factors.
He's 74, he's overweight, and he's been around dozens of people this week, often unmasked, including senior aide Hope Hicks, who tested positive and fell ill and was quarantined. Vice President Pence's office reporting new test results this morning. He's negative. So is the Secretary of State.
I am feeling fantastic. I was tested about 30 minutes ago.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin also testing negative this morning. He just met with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
We all receive that news with great sadness. I always pray for the president and his family that they're safe.
Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie was at the White House this week for debate prep.
No one was wearing masks in the room when we were prepping the president during that period of time.
Democratic nominee Joe Biden tweeting thoughts for a swift recovery amid questions about whether he was exposed on stage for 90 minutes with the president. Markets are rattled and the world is watching. President Trump sidelined by a deadly virus in the last weeks of a tumultuous campaign. The president's appearance at a rally in Orlando today canceled, and the next presidential debate on October 15th, that's in limbo. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
Thank you, Tracy. Also testing positive for the coronavirus, Republican National Committee and former chair of the Michigan Republican Party, Ronna McDaniel. Meanwhile, Governor Whitmer responded to the president's diagnosis, and her statement reads in part, "I want to start by wishing the president and First Lady a speedy recovery. COVID-19 is the most dangerous public health crisis America has faced in 100 years. It's still present in our communities. It is still spreading, and people are still dying from it every single day. This virus doesn't care if you're rich or poor, or Republican or Democrat, young or old. No one is immune, not even the president." And President Trump's age, as you heard, is a cause for concern. The numbers show coronavirus is more dangerous in people over 70, and he is 74. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge continues our coverage this afternoon.
Given that the president is 74, there is significant concern for the development of severe disease. People over 65 are much more likely to require hospitalization and develop severe illness. Now, you also have to consider a person's overall health. The president's most notable risk factor on that note is his body weight. Obesity or being overweight has been a consistent risk factor for developing more severe illness.
Now, the New York Times is reporting the president is experiencing cold-like symptoms, and that's according to two people familiar with his condition. Right now, though, we want to take a look at Wall Street this afternoon, where the markets are reacting to news of the president's positive COVID-19 test. And you can see the Dow is down about 300 points. We're going to continue to monitor the markets for you throughout the day. And we're also checking on Joe Biden and his campaign to see how the former vice president is doing. As you know, they were in person for a debate, socially distant, of course. The former vice president's campaign confirms Biden has been tested and is now awaiting results. He, along with everyone on staff who was at Tuesday's debate, is also being tested. Biden is expected in Grand Rapids this afternoon. However, it's unclear if the Biden campaign will cancel today's event. We, of course, will continue to keep you updated on the president's and First Lady's COVID-19 diagnosis throughout the day right here on Local 4 and on our website. You can go to clickondetroit.com for that. The other story that we want to keep you updated on is our weekend forecast. Meteorologist Brandon Root joins us now live from outside in Grosse Pointe Woods with a look at how things for our weekend are looking right now.
Well, we're just now getting above 50 degrees in many spots, Evrod. So it's been a chilly start to the day, but I think the sun helps to counterbalance a bit of that cool breeze. We have some of our north suburbs still in the 40s, but you can see 50-ish. Metro Detroit's 51, as is Lapeer. 50 in Ann Arbor with our live shot there. Mix of some milky sunshine. And 52 Monroe. Temps will get only into the middle 50s today with clouds coming and going. So we'll call it sun and clouds with a few showers possible in our north zone from those northwest winds. So most of us stay dry today, and that includes for your Friday football frenzy forecast, just advising not only a sweatshirt, but maybe a sweatshirt and a jacket as the 50s fall into the 40s, no matter what you've got going on tonight. And a cool evening, Evrod, will spill over into a chilly night, likely our first frost to start the weekend. I've got the rest of the weekend forecast coming up.
All righty, Brandon, we'll check in with you coming up in just a little bit. This afternoon, we're learning more about this double shooting in Warren that left a 6-year-old boy dead. A woman and a boy were found at a home on Otis Street right near 9 Mile. Commissioner Dwyer had some pretty strong words for the person responsible and wants to even get the feds involved. Let's get out to Local 4's Sean Lay. He is following this story for us this afternoon, joining us live outside of the Warren Police Department. This is such a sad story, Sean.
Sad, devastating. I think it's impacting the entire community when you hear about all of this. And then Commissioner Dwyer just moments ago confirming what we reported yesterday, and it was hard, the details, so hard to report. Let's show you, first of all, one of the victims here, and we're, of course, focusing on 6-year-old Tyrez Moore, 6 years old. And the details we're learning are even difficult to report, but he was led down to the basement of a home with the girlfriend of his father, and they both were shot execution style. Tyrez's father was found dead in a burned car 11 miles away on Detroit's east side, and police are now Detroit police, Warren police, they've teamed up their homicide units, and they're also bringing in the FBI. They're doing everything they can. And as we reported yesterday, they believe there's more than one person responsible for this horrible act.
The execution-style killing of the 6-year-old boy is truly evil, unthinkable, and senseless, and shows no regard for life. Only monsters or godless creatures would pull the trigger on a 6-year-old and execute a child.
Commissioner Dwyer's spot on there, to execute a child. It's just hard to even talk about, but those are the facts, and that's why this is so important that Warren Police, Detroit, and the FBI now teaming up. There's a GoFundMe that has been started by Tyrez's grandmother, and I want to read you a part of what she's written. She says Tyrez was a vibrant little boy who loved to tease and laugh. He will be dearly missed. Our hearts are broken. Our souls are empty without him. So detectives fanning out again to try to work up suspect information. They need help. If anyone has a shred of detail, a piece of video, or they know who did it, please call Warren Police right away. We'll stay on top of this all day long and have the very latest for you later on Local 4 News at 4 and 5. Evrod, back to you.
All righty. Sean, thank you for the update there. Anyone who rides a DDOT bus had to find a different mode of transportation today. DDOT workers walked off the job earlier this morning, citing safety concerns. Let's get out to our Rob Maloney. He joins us now live downtown this afternoon with more. Rod?
Hi, we're at the Gilbert Terminal here, Evrod, over on Wabash. This is just actually off of I-94, a little outside of downtown. But the bottom line here is that bus drivers are hot, and I mean really hot, and who could blame them, because they've been trying to get a new contract for the last 2 years. The contract expired back at the end of 2018. They got a contract, the drivers rejected it, they're still in talks. And mind you, all of that happened prior to COVID. And we all know that since COVID, the bus drivers have been under siege by a lot of angry riders. And so today they said, look, we're just done. We're walking off the job. It's exactly what they did. It's no secret DDOT bus drivers don't make a lot of money, and they take a lot of heat from angry riders. And at least 15 to 20 drivers get assaulted each year. A couple of weeks ago, a driver ended up assaulted and lashed back at the rider, which cost him his job. The drivers collectively said at that firing, enough is enough. They walked off the job. Union President Glenn Colbert laid out his frustration.
Until we feel safe, until we feel the department has done what it needs to do to make us feel safe and not retaliate against us for defending ourselves, we'll be out here.
So the call went out to Chief James Craig to come down to the Wabash DDOT bus depot and talk with the union and the city about the dangerous situation. Detroit Chief Operating Officer Hakeem Berry told Local 4 News that he was in the talks with the chief, and here's how it went.
He committed his support to have officers be more visible in boardings, as well as we talk with our chief of transit police, and we're going to increase our workforce and more boardings as well. We want to make sure that the drivers feel safe and that they're more visible as well.
Now, there are a lot of city residents caught in the middle. Many stood at bus stops waiting for buses that never came. It was very much like the bad old days of the bankruptcy, when catching a bus was a hit or miss proposition. Residents and riders like Mikkel Turner were none too happy.
I have to get on my bike to go wherever I need to go, and I don't have transportation, no car to get around, so I don't call nobody for no ride.
Where we are right now, they are in talks here at the terminal, trying to convince the drivers to go back to work. Now, one of the things that the city did roll out was a new barrier system that is a protective barrier, steel and glass, that goes up. It's a door that opens and closes that keeps the driver a little bit more safe and away from angry riders. Whether that's enough is a question, because they've only got 1 or 2 of those barriers installed. They've got 288 buses, and it's going to take until the end of the year to get them all installed. So we'll have an update later on to find out whether, in fact, the buses are going to roll again today. In Detroit, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, we'll definitely continue to follow that one. Rod, thank you. Still to come, looking for clues. Police are trying to figure out what happened after 5 people are shot at a rental hall. We'll be right back.